Go.
Birds, marine life, and wildlife are highly impacted by the quality of Earth's water. Water pollution has been a major issue throughout history and continues to be one of the main reasons why animals are dying. Our oceans are being used as trash cans. Even inland pollution in rivers makes its way to the ocean. Careless and inconsiderate people and companies are destroying our most vital and natural resource. All around the world, water pollution affects lakes, rivers, and oceans. In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon catastrophe turned the Gulf of Mexico into a graveyard. The oil rig spilled millions of gallons of oil and over 200,000 gallons of methane into the sea. Spreading 22 miles into the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico oil spill killed and injured approximately 82,000 birds, over 6,000 sea turtles, and 25,900 marine animals. These statistics made this oil spill the largest one to date, and the consequences from this disaster are still affecting the animals. The cleanup of the Gulf of Mexico oil spill wasn't an easy one and didn't go as well as we wanted it to. Cleanup crews sprayed dispersants across the water, which did help with the oil resting on the surface of the water, but the chemicals in the dispersants were not healthy for the animals still in that area, and the dispersants didn't reach most of the oil, which was already at the ocean floor. You can see why this is a problem. The oil from the Deepwater Horizon oil spill was still affecting animals inhabiting that area. Even though oil is one of Earth's largest leading causes of water pollution, there are still many deadly pollutants that contaminate our waters and kill our animals. When people think of water pollution, they most commonly think of the Dawn soap commercials with the duck coated in oil, or the Disney movie Happy Feet with the penguins stuck in plastic. While the advertisement for the dangers of water pollution was well meant, it doesn't compare to what actually happens in reality. Water pollution is much more serious than a soap commercial or a Disney movie. The media has eluded people to believe that water pollution isn't as bad as it looks, which is wrong. It's worse. CNN reported that up to 5 million tons of pollutants slip into the global water supply each year. That's 5 million tons of pollutants in our waters. 5 million tons of pollutants killing our animals. When you threw away that water bottle or that plastic bag, guess where it ended up? In the ocean. Maybe suffocating a fish or a turtle or a dolphin. Let's discuss that duck in the soap commercial. Just because of the most of the water pollution ends up in waters doesn't mean that marine life are the only animals being affected. Especially with pollutants such as oil and nitrogen-based fertilizers, land animals such as otters, deer, and ducks are affected every day by pollution. Oil is a major form of pollution that can kill millions of animals. Just like that duck you saw in the soap commercial, animals like otters and deer can ingest that oil, causing harmful long-term effects. They can also get coated in it, restricting movement. Another form of pollution that continues to harm our animals is one that you cannot see. Nitrogen-based fertilizers enter our ocean when it rains, and that rain carries fertilizers from farms straight into the ocean. If an animal drinks water that is contaminated with this fertilizer, it could die. This type of fertilizer depletes oxygen from water, suffocating marine life. Because of this, it can cause large groups of marine life or even species to wipe out. Human nature causes us to make mistakes. People say they do not have time to clean up the beaches or recycle or use environment-safe grocery bags instead of plastic ones. If no one has time to clean up the ocean, then who's supposed to do it? It is hard to find time to make change, and most people may argue that water pollution isn't the most important issue out there, but there are more ways than one to change the world. Doing something as easily as recycling can make a huge difference. When you litter oceans and lakes with pollutants, it is like you're taking the fish out of water. Animals can't live comfortably in oceans because of pollutants like plastics and oil. One less bag in the ocean is one less animal that has to die. Over 1 million animals die each year because of pollution. If we all pitched in, we could reduce that number dramatically. Another reason why people aren't doing anything to help keep oceans clean is because they're unaware of the many groups out there dedicated to preserving our oceans. There are as many organizations as there are plastic bags in the waters, but you don't have to be a member of one in order to help. In the world we live in today, water pollution is the worst it has ever been. We need to become aware of the dangers that water pollution has on animals and try our hardest to get rid of it. There are many organizations out there dedicated to cleaning our oceans and making it a safer place for animals to live. People do not have to be a professional or a member of a big group to make a change. The way I made a change in water pollution is by making art. I took two of the things I'm passionate about and combined them so I could get people's attention and let them know what's actually going on in our oceans. By incorporating plastic into my art, I saved a fish or a turtle's life. I contacted my local coffee shop and asked them if I could hang it there so people could see how water pollution is affecting animals. Most of the time, the littlest things make the biggest differences. All you have to do is get people talking. Let people know that water pollution is a serious issue and it needs to be fixed. As long as you do that, you'll start a chain reaction. No one person can fix an issue. It takes everyone pitching in and working together. Together, we can clean the oceans. Together, we can make a difference. Together, we can save lives.